today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Giants.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him. Find the right guy and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch.
Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, but it'll be 2nd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Saquon Barkley.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Saquon Barkley. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he's caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Carr. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
On the coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's the end of
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Raiders nothing.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
38 yards officially, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
26-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus Joyner with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Giants' 47-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
At the 7-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And that will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Not going to work. find his due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just got to hang your head a little bit and you momentarily.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Farrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Touchdown, Giants! John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one bit. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Carr. And they'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Raiders got to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that will be incomplete.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Over first and 10.
Hey, here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1 yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Man, it's Ross, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Lamarcus Joyner with a pick. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So we reach all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
2-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A first down carry for Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
And he will take it on in for a a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 27, Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
1st and 10 at the 44.
Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Keeps himself upright. In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Past the 20. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
Complete to John Ross. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Giants.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. That's the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Now increase here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Set to kick off.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st down, Carr. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Galladay, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Carr. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. The open man here, Renfro. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Giants now down 28-24. At time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of 6.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 1st down, Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
The real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Las Vegas, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.